Let's make sure everybody can hear us.
Testing, testing. Hello. Good evening. My name's Louise Janney. I'm the landscape architect with Groundwork Studio, and I'm here with my colleague Louise, another Louise. And we are going to be presenting the concepts for the Grand Canyon Playground. So this is our second meeting about the park, and we look forward to your feedback and any discussion you'd like to have. I'll turn it over now, and Louise can take over.
Hello, everyone. So for Grand Canyon Playground, it was located previously, it's currently existing, and it's located in the A, if you can see the slide. And now, but the new proposed location where it's moving is location B. So we have it along Sherwood Boulevard and Grand Canyon Drive. We'll move on to the next slide, where we have done a site analysis. So the bigger dashed line is the main access, the entry point of the site. And on the north side of it, we have the residential buildings. So we need some kind of visual buffer and noise buffer. There is also existing power pole, so there's an utility easement out there. We have arranged the primary activity, which is the big yellow circle. It's in the location which is central and easier to access from the entry point. Also has a visual connection with the road. And then secondary activities are laid out along the primary area so that it opens up to the view because it's all part of an open space. On the south side, there is, on the southwest corner, there are a lot of trees which block the westerly wind. But we need some kind of western heat buffer which comes from the road area. With this, we will move on to our options that we generated from this analysis. In option 1, we have kept the axis as it is, and then we have arranged centrally with all other functions located along it. So in number 1, as we enter the brown chunk, this is parking area, and we have provided 10 spaces for there. And as we move to the east, number 2 is playground area for 5 to 12 years. And adjacent to 2, number 3 points to a nature play area. And then we have a dashed trail. It's pollinator patches lined, and the trail and the play area both encompass a rain garden, which is number 5. On the other side of the access road, we have sensory garden, number 6. We have the play area for 2 to 5-year-olds. Why we separated? Because we have shade structures along the play area so that adults can monitor it. And then number 9 points to bike rack and repair station because it is kind of like a trailhead to an open space as well. So the thin black line denotes how the trailhead is accessed. Number 11, we have this perimeter fence for the security of the children. Now, if you look onto the legends on the right side, there are existing trees to remain, and the dashed circles, they are existing trees which we are proposing to remove. And then the big green circles, those are proposed trees because this space is going to be developed and it will need shade. So we are proposing trees to shade the play equipments. With this, we will move to the next slide. Here we have put together some images of what we mean by nature play, pollinator trails, and rain gardens. So basically, logs and branches and pollinator trails are more vibrant flowers that attracts all the pollinators as you walk along it. And then it can be educative, this pollinator trail and rain garden features, teaching the younger ones what's happening in the ecology as well as stormwater management. Then we move on to the next slide. This is the play structure that we are proposing. This is the bigger structure. So we have a theme of pollinators for option 1. Here's a pollinator themed tower where you can see there's a spiral slide, there's a tower, and there are different sculptural elements like the caterpillar and the grasses with the butterflies. You can see in the distance there are mushroom steps on the right side. There are rocks and small stepping elements. This is for the bigger kids, 5 to 12 years. Next, we are going to show different options for 5 to 12, more and 2 to 5-year-old, then ADA and fitness. So for 5 to 12, we also have a zip line which is called Glide Along, and it has a platform and then the zip line. But we can add another extension to it, which has the ADA molded swing seat. So a zip line with that swing seat. And then we have cyclocone base, which is in the bottom corner. This is a spinner. For fitness equipments, we have monkey bars, press station. For 2 to 5-year-olds, we have put together springers. There are also generation swings where you can also enjoy with your child. The caterpillar element is not only a sculptural element, but it's also a climber and also a crawler. Like children can crawl underneath it. ADA elements, we are showing some sensory panels where you can learn about different animals and their sounds that they make. Then there's also sound play elements which can be put. And with that, we'll move to the site furnishing for option 1. So these are trash receptacle, pay twist station, benches, picnic tables, bike racks, which has a squirrel theme to it because squirrel also spreads seeds and nuts. So we can say it's kind of a seed distributor, fits in the pollinator theme. Bike repair station, we're also showing restroom, shade structure. For this option, we are showing a perimeter fence of chain link and then signage in a hanging style. For the shade structure, we are proposing metal roof for this option. Next slide. And now we'll do the same for option 2. We'll show the layouts, equipments, site furnishing. So for this one, we are changing different axis a little bit to the south. And we are doing this so that the entire programs, the play elements can be moved on the north side. So we have parking once again, the primary play area. So this time the circle has both 2 to 5 and 5 to 12. It's not on either side of the road, it's together, but it will be separated area within that. Number 3, we have the nature play again. And then we have different fitness equipment station, which is number 4, but it's down in the bottom. So these are small stations with fitness equipments placed along a trail loop. Number 5 is in the top right, which is a sensory or pollinator garden. And you can see the small black lines, thin black lines again, which is a walkway loop. And it's called a health trail, or we can also call it a fitness trail because you walk around it and there are different exercising stations. Number 8 is a stormwater infiltration area, the blue chunk in the south side. And these are all aligned with trees. Number 9, we have mentioned earlier, the health trail. What I did not mention is number 6, basketball court, which is on the very right side. So we're proposing an area of 50 feet by 84 feet of basketball court. And on the bottom, we mentioned the stormwater, the trail, and number 10 is a restroom area. And once again, number 11 is a perimeter fence, which is on the Sherwood Street side. So we'll move on to the program elements. Here we are showing a little bit of pollinator garden, nature play. This time we are proposing boulders and rocks, basketball court, and on the play structures, we have for 5 to 12 years a different kind of play structure. So here's a slide and some netting, some climbing options. And then on the right side is a spinner option. And if we look on the right side, the images, we can see how the children are using it. It can also be used for balance. So the green element is a ground level access element. So everyone with different abilities can enjoy the play structures. On the next slide, we're showing again options for more 5 to 12-year elements, like the parkour, where you have different challenges ahead of you, different kind of netting, different balance, and climbing options. And this is more like a tree house theme, a flora, fauna tree house. Next, we also show a zipline with platform, a twister, which is a spinner with netting, and then we're showing the typical swings for 5 to 12-year-old. For 2 to 5-year-old, we are showing a hideaway tree. It's like a hideaway tree house for the little toddlers. This has a slide, and if you can see left side of the slide, there are different ground level play equipment, so interactive panels. Then we have toddler swings and springer that can be shaped like snail or bee. On the right side, we are showing fitness for all abilities and all ages. So there's an assisted step, there's a stretching station, and for ADA, we are showing a universal carousel. So it spins and you can take a wheelchair up. Little kids can enjoy it as well as the parents. On the next slide, we are showing a different kind of site furnishing, which has similar elements, but it's different in style. So once again, the way stations and benches, picnic table, the bike rack is like an elk this time because we are focusing on flora fauna. Repair station, the restroom, perimeter fence is tubular steel now. Previously we showed chain link. And these are signages on post. And for shade structure, instead of the metal roof, here we are showing tensile fabric, which can be in different colors, in different shapes. The smaller shade structures can be like butterflies or even flowers. On the next slide, we have put together a comparison with the existing playground. So in the existing location, okay, for area that, just cross that out, area is not 5 pieces. Existing area, we have not pointed that out, but for the new location, existing area is 2 acre. For play equipment, existing location has 5 pieces of play equipment, but in option 1, we are showing 7 to 12 pieces. And in option 2, we are showing 11 or 12 pieces. So it's certainly an improvement from what we have currently. Trees to be removed. In option 1, we need 2 trees to be removed. Option 2, we need 3 trees to be removed. Proposed, we are proposing plenty of trees. So we are removing 2 and adding 20 instead. In option 2, 24. For site furnishing, the current existing location has 1 picnic table and 1 shade sail. And in our options, we are providing both options: ADA picnic tables, benches, shade structure or shade sail, petrol station, trash receptacles, bike rack, bike repair station, restroom, because it's adjacent to open space area. And then we are providing either chain link or tubular steel perimeter fence. Parking, there is none currently at the existing location. At the new location, there will be 10 spaces. With that, we'll go to the end of this presentation. Thank you for sticking with us. And I will hand it over to Luis Gianni.
If we could go to the first slide. I want to talk a little bit about how we got to the stage that we're in right now. We've had 2 public meetings. The first meeting was to discuss whether the existing playground was in really the best service place for the community, and that perhaps a different location that was closer to the road would avail us to easier access and more connection with the community, and also just a greater area to be able to provide more equipment as well as parking and other amenities such as restrooms and what have you. So we're closer to the utilities there. And to go along with those meetings, we also had online surveys. We posted signs at the park with a QR code so that anybody that came to use the trails in that area, they would see that there is a planning process for a new park, and invited them to contribute to the survey. Louise, maybe you can tell us a little more about the number of respondents we had.
So we had about 35 respondents. So we are really hoping that you all join us in what you think about these options and let us know, give your feedback, because this is going to shape an important area for that neighborhood.
In the earlier presentations and survey, we collected information about what different programmatic elements were preferred in the community. So it started really as just questioning what age groups were using it, might be using in a new location, the kinds of elements that were desired, and we heard that there was a wide range of age groups that were going to be using this park, and that we had a good senior community that liked to walk in the area, and so we should be orienting some of the facilities to support their use as well, and a desire for a lot of shade. And these themes evolved from the respondents of the survey. So they were able to tell us that they really wanted a more nature-inspired park here. And so we came back with these concepts now. So with that, I turn it over to anybody who has questions.
And then just one more point on getting to these concepts. We actually met with 120 second and third graders at Chamisa Elementary that helped us describe and pick the elements that they wanted to have fun with in a park. We had previously done that with the remodel of the Pinion Park with such great information that we've incorporated that into all of our playground designs now. So we do have some input from the actual users. This is not a bunch of adults thinking, hey, this would be cool.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Corey. Well, we have a couple of audience members and we have an online guest as well. Do you have any questions for us? Absolutely.
Like how often
We're going to use your mic so that people online.
will you repeat one and then we can get another?
Okay, the question is, what kind of maintenance do we anticipate for these different options? Right? We have one of the maintenance chiefs here with us today. So I invite him to, or invite them to contribute to this discussion. Yes, shade sails do take a little bit more maintenance than a metal roof, but they do have a lot more kind of a joyful quality about them. And there might be times like during the winter where they're taken down entirely. The park would be maintained landscape-wise like any of the other parks. There's probably a schedule for different types of upkeep for each season and turning on and off the irrigation water. And then it would be probably also scheduled in to take care of trash collection, maintain the restrooms, just make sure that all of the equipment is still working and in good repair. I'll hand it over from there.
Well, you answered that very well. I don't know that I can add much to that. Yes, so we have in the past, we've stopped taking down those shade structure tarps because we don't get the snowfall that Los Alamos and White Rock received years ago. So we have found it probably a little bit more economical and less damage on the tarp itself by leaving it up year round versus the up and down and the wear and tear that it takes on that. And then just basically what she had said, just the maintenance will really depend on what the final design concept ends up being and what the final footprint is in way of the grounds and pollinator gardens and all the things that the community drives and tells us are things that they'd really like to see in the park. It also will afford us a great opportunity for volunteer days to bring out our White Rock residents and really get some buy-in to the park and hopefully have a couple of those a year like we do at the cemetery. So I think we have some great opportunities for that. But yes, the maintenance will really rely on what the final footprint is.
In going over these two options, were there any particular features that interested you or that you really liked?
Hold on to it.
Actually, it's me. So if I'm understanding this correctly, the first option does not have any swings. Is that correct? Okay. Yeah, the second one does. I was just wondering if because to me, swings are fairly foundational. And I don't know if that'd be possible for the option one, because option one is really appealing.
Yeah,
But
the theme better.
I like the theme. I like the use of space.
And the rain garden is cool.
But swings would be, I'm a retired teacher, and so I have a hard time picturing a park without swings. That's always like one of the best things.
Change this one around
Hmm.
and either have one that's for older kids and one for smaller kids.
Hmm.
So that, yeah, we do recognize that's really a essential element of a park.
Yeah. And I like the zip line. I mean, that's something newer that I'm sure the kids love.
But that was from the kids thing. That's what they were asking for.
Yeah, yeah. Just like I said, maybe things have changed, but in my experience, the swings never were empty. There was always somebody on them. Yeah, I do like the black tube fencing a little bit more than the chain link, but I'm sure if things are cost balancing, things like that. But, okay, thank you. Yeah, that's my question.
We do have a question. They need to unmute, please.
Can you unmute, please? We'll be able to hear you with your question then. That's for you, Kathy.
Did you figure it out? I had muted. Okay. I don't know how to do this.
Sometimes if you got a headset on, you have to bring the speaker down to your mouth and that automatically turns the speaker on.
So she is unmuted, but we can't hear her.
Oh.
If you could just type her question.
Sure. Would you like to type your question in the chat? And then we'll just read it.
Okay.
It never fails.
Right.
Yeah, last time it was our pointer.
But nothing's happening.
Incoming here, hold on.
Sure. We're patient.
Did you put it in the chat? Where is the chat? Down here. It's right here. So I'll just paste it in here. Paste it in. John S. Take it on. Hi, can you hear me now? Yes?
Yes, we can
Okay.
hear you now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I was just going to comment that I like option 2 because of the health trail. I feel a lot of the community will use that. The trail is mostly back there is used by adults and runners and bikers, and I think they would really enjoy that. And I also have a shape element that I can see, and it has really held up well and looks really good. It's been there several years, so that fabric does hold up.
Are you referring to the shade element at the existing location
Yes.
or a different park? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Any feedback on adjusting the entrance to the park down to the south where we've moved it? Anybody? So that alignment of, for that maintenance road is not a sacred element, I gather. It does give us more flexibility and some larger areas to work with. We had some feedback that a lot of kids in the kind of older kids didn't have a lot of equipment for them in parks. So that's where we were trying to bring in the parkour and, and then the nature areas. So a little bit of pollinator garden kind of features and then I'm sure we would be proposing a nice new map that shows the trails in the area and where these access points, the new access points go. So people can do different loops depending on how long they want to be out. And then we have the bike station too. That was another thing that was recommended, to be able to do some minor maintenance on your bike, take care of a tube. At this point, I don't think we're proposing any lighting really, except maybe at the restroom for safety. So if anyone's concerned about, lighting that either attracts people during the night when we really don't want to attract certain groups in to hang out. What do you guys think about the basketball court? It does have a pretty good footprint, but do you think we would get some use out of that? Oh, in White Rock um,
We do have a basketball court at Rover Park.
and then all the schools have a court. Would maybe a half court add some ball options? And there's some really fun backstops now where you can do like target practice, almost like kind of wall ball. And then there's like holes, so you can put your ball, if you're skilled enough, you can get your ball in the hole. So that might be something to consider if we needed a little more space for swings. Okay, well, this presentation and the survey will remain on the website. So also, if you're at the park, please take advantage of the QR code and the survey there as well. And as we take it forward to kind of the next phase, we'll have another meeting to follow up on this with a little more refinement on the equipment and, the space organization and other elements.
We will have these boards posted at the White Rock Library for you to look at in more detail. The QR code will take you to the survey so you can have your feedback that way. You have friends that you knew that could not be here tonight, other people in the community, but we'll try to get some more feedback that way as well.
I just have one more question. The fitness trail on Conflict 2, is that how long would it be? The fitness trail in option 2, how far is it? Like a quarter mile, a third of a mile? Do we know how much would it be to walk it?
Currently, we are working on the footprint and we'll have that exact length mentioned in the next stage.
Okay.
Repeat that.
Yeah. So the answer was that currently we are working on locating the fitness trail, and we will have an exact length for you in the next phase of the design.
Okay, well, thank you very much. We surely appreciate your time and feedback. We'll be looking forward to seeing some more survey results as we take this forward to the next phase of design development. Thank you very much. Good night.